Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. I wish to introduce myself. I am once again Father Harle Piga, SVD. I was ordained last February 2019. So, ibig sabihin, 2.5 months pa lang po akong pare. Hindi po mukhang pare, pero pare na din. Maraming taon ang nakakalipas, ang mga arkeologo ay nakadiskubre o nakahukay ng mga papel sa isang bahay sa Jerusalem. Ang mga papel na ito ay mga tax receipts o mga loan contracts. Sa mga papel na ito ay may nakalagay na tetelestai. Ang ibig sabihin ng tetelestai ay fully paid. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga utang sa mga papel ay fully paid. Ang buhay po natin ay puno ng utang. Utang na loob, utang na pera, 5-6, utang sa Diyos. Tayo pong tao ay may pagkakautang sa Diyos at kailanman ay hindi natin mababayaran. Kaso, ang utang na ito ay walang sinuman ang makakabayad. Ngunit sa kagandahang loob ng Panginoon, pinili niyang ang kanyang anak na si Jesus ay magbayad sa utang na ito. We have sinned against God, and the wages of sin is death. The consequence of sin is death. And so, the sin debt we could never pay was paid in full by Christ. Tetelestai. Siguro, nagtatanong kayo kung bakit kailangan pang bayaran ang utang natin sa Diyos. If He is merciful and loving, bakit hindi pwedeng i-cancel na lang ang utang natin sa Kanya? I think it is the very proof that God is true, that God is real, and that this God is true to His Word. In the book of Numbers, it says, God is not like people. He tells no lies. He is not like humans. He doesn't change His mind. When He says something, He does. When He makes a promise, He keeps it. And so, when God said, the wages of sin is death, He mean it. He would not lie. Hindi siya magsisinungaling. However, this God is a God of redemption. And He will redeem us. Dahil hindi natin kayang bayaran ang utang, ang anak ng Diyos ang magbabayad, mamamatay para hindi tayo mamatay. And so Jesus, hanging on the cross, He said, tetelestai, nabayaran na, fully paid. In the time of Jesus, they used to offer animals like lamb in the temple of God. However, before someone would offer the lamb in the temple, a priest would examine first the animal. And upon finding the lamb acceptable, he would say, tetelestai. When Christ was on the cross, struggling every moment, forcing His dying body to breathe, to speak, to say the word in the cracked and bleeding words, He said, tetelestai, it is complete. He was proclaiming as the high priest that His sacrifice was acceptable to the Father. But in the case of this high priest, Jesus, He did not only offer the sacrifice, but He is the sacrifice Himself, the Lamb of God. That is why in Easter, it is not about bunny. It is about the Lamb of God. Speaking of priests, noong ako ay na-ordain noong February 19, I said to myself, tapos na, yes. In some sense, my formation years are now complete. Pero I realize, hindi din pala. It is a lifetime formation and commitment of being good priest. Hindi sapat na pari lang, dapat mabuting pari. As a church, we are suffering from clerical crisis, meaning decline of vocation, clerical abuses, and it might because everyone forgets what priest is. We are not entertainers. We are not architects. We are not businessmen. We are priests, and we are supposed to offer sacrifice for the Mass. We are supposed to heal the sick. We are supposed to forgive the sins through the ministry of the church. Ibig sabihin, sa kahulugan ng tetelestai, una, fully paid. Binayaran ng buo ni Jesus. Pangalawa, hindi lang binayaran ni Jesus ang ating utang, kundi ang sarili niya mismo ang binayad niya. And so, Jesus paid in full. Salvation is not cheap or free. It is rather costly. Ang pagliligtas ni Jesus ay hindi libre. Binayaran yan. Dumanak ang dugo ni Jesus para sa pagliligtas niya. Kaya hindi ito libre. Akala lang natin libre dahil hindi tayo ang nagbayad. Kapag niyaya ka ng kaibigan mo, tapos sinabi niyang libre kita, sagot kita, masaya kasi libre. Pero in reality, hindi naman libre yung pagkain eh. Hindi lang ikaw ang nagbayad, kundi yung kaibigan mo. Pangalawa, since Jesus offered a complete sacrifice, ang pagliligtas ay hindi pansamantala, pero magpasawalang hanggan. Ang pagliligtas ni Jesus ay hindi katulad ng Unlitex, may expire na agad bukas. Bagkus, ang pagliligtas ni Jesus ay magpasawalang hanggan. In a very personal note, brothers and sisters, tetelestai means a new friendship with God. Tapos na ang paghihirap ng Panginoon sa krus at inaanyayahan niya tayong tapusin din ang ating paghihirap. Mayroong dagat sa pagitan natin at ng Panginoon, pero gumawa ng paraan ang Panginoon para tumawid sa atin. Bakit? Dahil ang pagkakaibigan ay mas makapangyarihan kesa utang natin sa Kanya. So when the devil tries to accuse you, to put you down, remember the words of Jesus on the cross. It has been finished. Satan, tapos ka na. When you are holding an idol in your life, meaning idolatry of money, idolatry of fame, idolatry of power, or anything or anyone you put at the center of your life rather than God, remember the words of Jesus. It is finished, and let go, and please let it go. Because your debt is paid in full. Your charges has been dropped. Amen.